If you need a dairy-free or egg-free pie recipe, this vegan pumpkin pie is for you. All you need is 7 simple ingredients to make it, and it tastes even better than the traditional version. I'll also show you how to make an easy vegan pie crust to go along with it. To get started, preheat your oven to 350 degrees and prepare your pie crust. You can use a store-bought pie crust if you can find one that you love, or you can make your own gluten-free pie crust at home. To make an oat flour pie crust, you'll need 1 1/4 cup of oat flour, and make sure to use certified gluten-free oat flour if you need to, 3 tablespoons of arrowroot or cornstarch, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/3 cup of coconut oil. In this case, you want to make sure that the coconut oil is solid and not melted. Add that to the bowl of a food processor fitted with an S-blade and pulse the mixture several times until the coconut oil has disappeared into the flour. The mixture should look a little crumbly. Add in 2 tablespoons of maple syrup and 3 tablespoons of very cold water and pulse the mixture together again until the dough sticks together. Be careful not to run the food processor too long because you don't want that coconut oil to start melting and then your dough will be harder to work with. Place a large sheet of parchment paper on your counter and place the ball of dough in the center of it. Place another large piece of parchment paper on top of that, then use your hands to start flattening out the dough. From there, you can use a rolling pin to roll out the pie crust until it's roughly 11 to 12 inches in diameter, so it will fill a 9-inch pie plate with room to go up the sides of the pan. Once the crust is rolled out, remove the top layer of the parchment paper. Carefully lift the crust up using the bottom piece of parchment paper and flip it over onto your hand. Use both hands to gently lower the crust into your pie pan. And now you can be done with that parchment paper. Use your fingers to press the pie crust into the corners of the pan, and you can break off any pieces that are overflowing over the top, and you can use that crust to repair any holes that might occur during the transfer process. Now that the unbaked pie crust is ready to go, you can prepare the pumpkin pie filling. In a blender, combine 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, 3/4 cup of pitted medjool dates, a 1/4 cup of pure maple syrup, a 1/4 cup of coconut cream, which is the solid part that you usually find at the top of a can of coconut milk, 3 tablespoons of arrowroot or cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Blend that all together until it's smooth, stopping to scrape down the sides of your blender as needed. Pour the pumpkin pie filling into the unbaked crust, then smooth the top. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 to 50 minutes until the top is darker and has set and the crust is golden. Let the pie cool at room temperature for 1 hour, then transfer it to the fridge to chill for at least 2 hours more before serving. You can also let this chill in the fridge overnight for an easy make-ahead dessert. Slice and serve this vegan pumpkin pie chilled with coconut whipped cream on top if you want a dairy-free topping. You can store the leftovers in the fridge for up to 5 days when you keep it tightly covered. I hope you'll enjoy this healthy pumpkin pie soon, and be sure to check out my other videos here for more fast and easy real food recipes.